afternoon. I'm Donna LaVoie. I'm President and CEO of LaVoie Health Science, a strategic communications firm specializing in health and science innovation. Today I have Dr. Charles Link, who's CEO and co-founder of NewLink Genetics. Welcome, Chuck.
Morning, Donna.
Good morning. So, great panel a little earlier today. Tell us a little bit about the highlights and why it's an exciting time.
Yeah, I think you really see that both CAR-T and checkpoint blockade are emerging as two dominant forces in immuno-oncology, and there's actually going to be an interplay between those two fields.
Wow.
Where CAR-T can induce some of the checkpoint blockade may be able to help that. It's actually really important in the IDO space, where IDO can be induced by CAR-T. I really enjoyed meeting a number of the panel members, and I was happy to be invited.
So that's the area you're in, IDO. Let's talk a little bit about, quickly, what is it, what do you have at NewLink, and how is it differentiated? IDO
is one of the key enzymes that create immune blockade in cancer patients. Potentially as important as PD-L1 is as a target. So it's one of the essential ones. It's not sort of a peripheral player, but a central player. About 80% of the time it can be co-expressed with PD-L1, so it actually is very important, central to immune escape. We have a drug called Indoximod that has differentiated mechanism of action from the specific enzymatic inhibitor, has a tryptophan mimetic effect. This drug is able to bypass the blockade to the immune system induced by IDO and restore the ability of T cells to proliferate and function and attack the tumor. Wow, the field is really advancing, because I remember just a year ago, everyone was asking whether IDO was a validated target. So you've made a lot of progress. So I think there's increasing data, mostly from single-arm phase 2 trials, to validate the IDO space. There's a large trial that's going to read out from Insight in the first half of this year. That will be hopefully the ultimate validation from a large-scale trial. We had a small-scale phase 2 trial that was also positive in prostate cancer. But across so many different diseases, seeing these improved response rates is very encouraging. Right. In our melanoma data, in our pancreatic cancer data, we're seeing exciting stuff in both, in two different situations. In melanoma, it's in combination with PD-1 blockade, seeing response rates approaching 60%, complete response rates approaching 20%. That's a very highly encouraging signal, and we anticipate putting out the rest of our melanoma data from our phase 2 patient population this year as soon as we can, and we're excited to put that out. We're also going to put out PD-L1 expression data, because that can affect the ability of IDO plus PD-1 blockade to function. In pancreatic cancer, we're doing it in combination with chemotherapy with Abraxane. We've already shown an encouraging response rate, and interestingly, some of those responses are more durable than you expect. We have additional data on a larger data set of over 100 patients, including 40 patients that had pre and post biopsies to study the immune environment afterwards. Wow. And we're going to be excited to put that data. Those two data sets led us now to two large-scale randomized trials, a phase 3 trial in melanoma that we will begin randomization in this year and get the majority of the patients enrolled this year as our goal, and a randomized trial in collaboration with AstraZeneca in pancreatic cancer in combination with durvalumab, which is their PD-L1 inhibitor, IDO, and chemotherapy. So we're really excited to see those trials move forward. So it sounds like there's going to be some compelling data at some of the upcoming meetings. Have you shared which meetings yet, and what should we be prepared for? That depends on which abstract gets accepted where. Okay. But sooner rather than later this year is our intention with all of this stuff. Got it. We also have programs also in leukemia, a smaller program in pediatric brain tumors that seem to have interesting potential with these classes of agents. So there's a lot within this field. Got it. Well, very, very exciting. What gets you up every day? Why do you keep coming back to it? I mean, obviously you've done a great job at NewLink and a lot of great things happening, but it's a lot of work. Well, as you know, up to 5 or 6 years ago, I still saw patients in the clinic half a day a week and still worked as an oncologist just to keep my hands at the clinical level. If you go back 10 years ago, a melanoma patient walks into the door, it was a very tough with the patient with melanoma spread in the body, because you had nothing to offer them. Right. Now imagine we have drugs we can offer that will help these patients potentially more than half the time, including a number of patients have complete responses in the metastatic setting. The Bristol-Myers meta-analysis showed that patients that got Opdivo that were out 3 years, 97% had still not recurred if they had a complete response. Got it. Wow. That's the kind of stuff gets you up in the morning and makes you happy to go to work. Well, very exciting. Thank you for being here with us today.